Do you believe in angels? Like guardian angels? Let's talk about it on Totally Disgusted. This is Totally Disgusted with your host, Derek Andre. All right, y'all, and welcome to this episode of Totally Disgusted. I'm your host, Derek Andre, and in case you didn't catch the initial question for today's subject matter is, do you believe in angels? Like guardian angels. Do you believe in angels? Do you believe that there is some force outside of God, because God's sometimes probably busy? Do you believe that there is some entity currently watching out for you, keeping you safe as you move through life and all of its chaos and craziness? Do you believe that there is a force that is protecting you? Have you ever been in a situation where you knew that this was the end? Car accident, or, something happened, some kind of crazy tragedy where you shouldn't have gotten away or walked away, but somehow or another, you did. A lot of people call that saving grace your guardian angel. You believe in that? Do you believe there is a such thing as a guardian angel? Someone assigned specifically for you? Or could it be someone's just put out there to watch over you, to make sure that you serve whatever purpose it is that you're supposed to serve on this earth? Do you believe that that entity exists? I do. I'm not a religious person, but I'm fairly spiritual, and I do believe that there are someone or something or some power protecting me, man, looking over me. Making sure I'm all right. I do believe that. I also believe that those that are watching over us are past ancestors. Probably ones, grandparents, parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, somebody or somebodies that were close to you that you had a very strong bond with. I believe that once they transition into the next life, that I don't know if they're tasked with it or if it is something by choice, that they say, I'm going to look out for so-and-so. I'm going to be their guardian angel. I'm going to watch out for them because I want to make sure that nothing bad happens to them. Now, here's the crazy part about that. Okay? The crazy part about that is, if you out there living recklessly, you in a lot of places that you ain't supposed to be. You doing a lot of stuff that you're not supposed to be doing. But guess what? Your guardian angel, your grandmama, your grandfather, your mama, your daddy is in them same places with you. Probably looking at you from across the room doing this. I told that boy He shouldn't even be over here. I told him that while I was alive. See, that's the thing about a guardian angel, man. A guardian angel, in order to guard you, got to go every single place that you go. So if you're going places that you don't need to be, that guardian angel is watching. And boy, oh boy, some of us, when we finally transition to the other side, probably gonna have some splaining to do about all the places that we were, that they had to watch out for us, all the stuff that we was doing that we shouldn't have been doing that they had to protect us from. We gonna have some explaining to do because we shouldn't have been there in the first doggone place. You know? If you just do what you're supposed to do and go where you're supposed to go, and you don't be out there trying to run these streets and be all up in excuse me, all up in places that you ain't supposed to be. The one time I don't bring my bottle of water up here, I start coughing. Your guardian angel say, man, I should ask for another position. You know, maybe somebody else should have. I don't want to watch this recklessness. He driving me crazy. Every time I look up, I got to protect him or her from ABC, XYZ. Guardian angels be working overtime, man. I don't know what kind of benefits they get, but boy, sometimes you got to wonder if it's worth it. Guardian angels are out there working overtime trying to keep you safe because you out there being foolish. Think of it like, I think of a guardian angel kind of like a parent for like toddlers and newborns and stuff like that are just learning how to, you know, get around and, you know, and do stuff. And they, you know, you constantly got to be watching them. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I envision a guardian angel being. Someone that has to be constantly just almost standing over you. Because that's how it feels. You know, when you got little kids. Because that's kind of what we are. You know, we just be old little kids. But, you know, we kind of, you know, little kids, you got to constantly watch over them. You know, you always be trying to see what they doing so they ain't sticking car keys in electrical sockets. They ain't playing with knives. They ain't burning the house down. They ain't falling down the steps. You are your child's guardian angel. But once they get older, you know, hopefully all the stuff that you've taught them, you know, has kind of, you know, helped them to be a more productive human being. But I'm telling you right now, sure as my name is Derek Andre, I believe that we, at this stage in life, also have guardian angels. And so I'm going to tell y'all a little bit of a story. I ain't going to keep you on here too long. Not going to keep you on here too long. So, said Monday. So this was Saturday. So I'm back to driving in my truck for Amazon. All right. So I'm back on the road by myself, in the vehicle by myself, and I'm just out doing my thing. I'm driving. And so it's cold here in Georgia, which I ain't real fond of, but it's cold. Can't nothing really I can do about that. Ain't nothing I can do about that. But so I have on like my hoodie. I got on this like little skull cap thing, and you know, it's covering up my ears. So, you know, I can hear, you know, but you know, it's kind of muffled. So I'm driving, and in our trucks, I'm driving one of them electric vehicles. In the truck, there are cameras. There's a camera in the truck. It's called a Netrodyne system. It basically watches to make sure you ain't running stop signs and red lights, and that, you know, it's watching to make sure that, you know, if there's any kind of accident or anything that happens, you know, it's kind of watching over you. It's kind of like an onboard tech angel, okay? It's watching over you, but it ain't for your benefit. It's for the company's benefit. But anyway, so there's cameras all around the truck and all that. But this Netrodyne system that hangs in the mirror of the truck, it basically watches your every move. All right, to make sure that you're not distracted, that you focus on the road, and you're not playing with your phone, and you're not picking your nose and looking all up. And It's watching you. All right. And it also, if there's a passenger, because in these trucks, they do have a little jump seat that the passengers can sit in. And so it watches the passenger as well. So I'm out doing my route and I'm driving and I hear the Netrodyne talk, because if there's a violation, the camera system communicates to you via the speakers in the vehicle, and it also sends a signal and a message back to your DSP or your headquarters, your where you work out of. And so all I could hear was this muffled sound, and I heard seatbelt violation. And I'm like, what? And so I'm actually sitting still. I'm at a stoplight and I'm looking and I'm like, hold on. I know it ain't trying to say I'm about to get a seatbelt violation because I got my seatbelt on. All right. But it didn't sound like it said driver. I couldn't make it out, but I just heard the seatbelt violation part. And I didn't really catch all of the earlier part, but I was like, I know it didn't say driver. I didn't think nothing of it. I knew if it did try to say it that I was protected because I had my seatbelt on. All right. Plus, if it had gone back to the DSP, they would have called. They'd be like, "Hey man, you just got a seatbelt violation. So whatever I don't know what the punishment is for getting a seat. I don't know if they make you stop your route or they bring you in or you just." Get in trouble the next day. I'm not sure what it is, but nobody called me. So I am assuming that it did not go through. All right. For whatever reason, the thing clearly said something about a seatbelt violation. But anyway, so I continue on with my day. I'm just still out there driving. I'm delivering and I'm driving and I'm delivering. So I'm starting to get a little hot, jumping in and out the truck. So this time I pulled my hoodie off and I left my little hat up over my ears a little bit so my head can kind of cool off, my ears can breathe. This time I'm driving and the Netrodyne system comes on and it says in that little cryptic voice, warning, passenger is not wearing seatbelt. And I look over and I'm like, ain't nobody in his thing with me. Now, again, I told you, this time I heard it clearly. I heard it clearly say that the passenger did not have their seatbelt on. Now, I'm in this truck by myself, okay? Ain't nobody in here with me that I can see. But it's clearly telling me that my passenger does not have his seatbelt on. So I'm like, damn. So I'm waiting on the phone to ring because, again, I'm telling you that when this thing alerts anything, that the warehouse will call and be like, hey, man, your Netrodyne system just went off. Nobody ever called. So I'm like, dang, okay. So I continue with my day. I'm figuring when I get back, they'll be like, man, the Netrodyne camera was apparently, malfunctioning or whatever. It kept saying you. Nobody said anything to me. So here's what I think. And I don't care what nobody else thinks. Here's what I think. I think that was my guardian angel riding shotgun with me, keeping me safe while I'm out there on the road. That's what I believe. I believe that was my guardian angel riding with me, because I'm gonna let you in on a little something. You ever see those videos about Teslas? Because they got this camera system all around Teslas. They got these videos out there when they drive through like cemeteries, that the camera systems will show bodies like walking through the cemeteries. Now I'm wondering, I'm like, did this camera system pick up this energy that was next to me, keeping me safe? Because I'm going to tell y'all something, man. And Lord, I'm not, you ain't got to change this trajectory that I'm on. But I drive a lot, okay? I drove a lot for Lyft. I drove 7 years for Lyft. 7 days a week, upwards to 14 hours a day, 16 some days, depending on what I had going on. I also had to drive my family around because we were down to one car. I was driving the kids back and forth to school and their events. I was picking my wife up, and I'm picking up thousands. I picked up over 22,000 passengers. So I was always behind the wheel of something. And now with this new job, I drive all over this area, the area that I live in Alpharetta. I drive all over. I'm in Milton. I'm in, North Georgia. I'm all over the place. I'm always driving. And I've always felt like I was protected. Always. When I take road trips, I feel so blessed that as much as I drive, that I've always been safe. I try to drive safely. I try to make sure that I'm looking out for others, and I'm not out there being reckless. I used to be a little more reckless when I was younger. Yeah, I raced and did all that other kind of stuff. Foolish, I ain't gonna lie. Foolish. But here I am. But the other day, on Saturday, when that camera system went off and said that my passenger, who I could not see, was not wearing their seatbelt, that made me believe that I am always riding with someone who is watching out for me, who's protecting me from a place that I can't see. And I'm grateful for that, man. I am grateful for that. Because truth be told, we need guardian angels. We need our ancestors to watch out for us while we are out in this world. We need that. It is unsafe to be out in this world without protection watching over you. Guardian angels watching out for your safety. We need that in this world with so much going on with road rage and people driving distracted and people racing and speeding and doing all of this stuff. And all that's just on the road driving. That ain't even taking in account all of the other chaos and craziness that's out there in this world. Every time you go out in the world and you come home safe and sound, that means that your angel, your guardian angel, has watched you and brought you to and from safely. And that, my friends, is a blessing. I told you I ain't no religious dude, man. You ain't gonna have me on here, but I am a very spiritual person. I do believe that we have energies, man, that protect us. So I don't remember my father. Okay, I don't remember my father because he died when I was 4. I have no working memory of my father, with the exception of maybe one small memory that I'm not even sure I actually experienced or if it was a dream. But every now and then, I'll be at home, excuse me, and I'll smell cigarette smoke. I don't smoke. My wife don't smoke. My kids don't smoke. And if they do smoke, they ain't smoking in here. Every now and then, I'll smell cigarette smoke. And it's happened every place that I've lived, including the place that I live right now. And you know who did smoke? My father. My grandparents didn't smoke. Neither one of them. Either side. To the best of my knowledge, if they did, I didn't see them smoke. But my father smoked. And every now and then, just out of nowhere, I'll smell cigarette smoke. And maybe it's me being naive or whatever, but whenever that happens to me, you know what I do? I say, "What's up, Dad?" I do. I believe my father is watching out for me. I believe that people take turns. These entities take turns being your guardian angel. I believe sometimes my grandmother watching out for me. I believe my grandfathers watching out for me, my aunts and uncles. I believe that you do have energies and people from your past that watch out for you. You just never feel like they're completely gone. You know what I'm saying? You know that they're not physically in the space no more. They're not in the building. But their energy is surrounding you, keeping you safe, watching out for you, helping you to live a full and healthy life. I think that's what the angels do for us. I think that's what our guardian angels do for us. They help us to live fulfilling lives. And I know somebody will be in the comments like, "Well, what happened to people that die young?" Well, maybe that was your purpose. Maybe your purpose was to be and live for that amount of time. Maybe everybody's purpose is not to live to be 100, to live to be 50. Maybe people's purpose is to live only long enough to be an infant, only long enough to give those parents an opportunity to know what it's like to have a baby. Maybe that's their purpose. Maybe that's the only reason that they came to be, that they came into existence, was to give that mother and that father an opportunity to say, "Yep, we did it." Does it feel good? No, man. But I believe that angels do exist. Give you something to hold on to. Because you can't go out in this world and feel hopeless. You cannot go out into this world and feel like that there's nobody protecting you. No energy, no life force, no nothing protecting you. You go out into this world like that, man, you'll go crazy. It's just too many things going on at one time. There's too many things going on at one time. You ever see that video on Instagram? You know how you go to them drive-through zoos where you can feed the animals? Well, this is one with this black family in it. It's like the grandmama, it's like the daughter, it's like a little boy in the front, it's like some kids in the back. And in that video, there is so many things going on, and what the grandmama is like, hey, you what's going on? Don't feed the mama or the sister, whoever she is. She's scared. She look the little boy trying to throw up his animals' heads. All that. It's just too much stuff going on at one time, man. And that's what it's like in the world when you go out into the world without feeling confident that you are protected, that you are safe, that some energy is watching out over you. And I'm not saying that God ain't do, but sometimes it may not be God. Sometimes God can delegate. God can say, "Hey, listen, you know what? I'm tired today. Eva Bell, I need you to go keep up with Derek." That's my grandmother's name. Elizabeth, I need you to go keep up with Derek. That's my other grandmother's name. I need you. Henry, that's my dad. Henry, I need you to go watch over. I'm tired today. I need to take a break. So I'm going to need one of y'all to go watch out for Derek. He getting ready to go to work. You know he gonna be driving, so I need one of y'all to go get in that truck with Derek and make sure that when Derek gets in that truck, that nobody runs into him, that he runs into no one, that no animals run out in front of him, that he does not run off the road, that no tree fall on him. I need for you all to watch out for Derek and make sure that Derek gets home safe so that he can be there for his family. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. People be like, well, then, like I said, what make you think, you know, what happened to people that don't happen to? Maybe their time was up. I mean, we seriously don't know what happens after this. Maybe their time was up. Maybe it was time for them to go and work in another reality. Maybe their time was up. If I get up in the morning and go to work, God forbid, but if I don't come home, because maybe my time was up. Maybe my purpose was to bring joy to those that have come into contact with me over my 55 years. Maybe that was my purpose. If God sees fit to say, you know what, Derek, I'm taking your angels from you today, brother. I'm gonna have to call you home and I'm gonna take your angels from you today. And so, you know, you then I guess that means that I serve my purpose. Every person has a purpose that they serve, no matter how long they're here. Whether they live on this earth for 1 hour or whether they live on this earth for 100 years, whatever their purpose was served when it was time for them to go. What about little kids that get cancer, get sick? Little kids, if a little kid passes away from cancer, but that little kid put up a fight, that was that child's purpose. That child was put on this earth to show you that, hey, you just gotta fight. You gotta fight to live. You gotta fight to be happy. You gotta fight for your peace. You gotta fight. Maybe that was that child's purpose. You ever see the hashtag such and so strong? Maybe that was that child's purpose. Maybe that child was not supposed to be here for 65, 70 years. Maybe that child was only supposed to be here for 10 years to show his or her parents that I was only here for a short time, but during the period of time that I was here, I was a fighter. And Mom and Dad, I want you to be fighters too. Don't let my loss destroy you. If I can fight, so can you. And now that child could very well be one of their angels. It's all theory, man. We don't know. We don't know what happens after people transition. We like to think that we do, but we don't know. I ain't never met or read or saw or heard from nobody that has died and came back and said, you know what? That was legit. Now, you hear people talk about it all the time. Oh, I died. I was dead for 78 minutes and I came back and this is what I saw. If you was dead for 78 minutes, ain't no way in hell you came back. If you did come back, you ain't come back the same. I don't know what you came back as. 78 minutes? An hour and 18 minutes. You wasn't there for no 78 minutes and came back, man. Listen. We don't know. We don't know what happens after we check out from this joint, man. All we can do is pray that when it is our time to go, that the life you lived will grant you the privilege of being an angel for someone that you love. be an angel for someone that you love. If you die and your kids are still here, you could be an angel and you could watch out for your kids. You could watch out for your wife or your husband. If you die, you precede your parents, you can watch out for your parents. We all have angels, guardian angels. And at some point, we're all probably going to become someone else's angel. I don't think we're going to be like no strangers' angels. I don't think we're going to be like die and then end up over someplace in India, someplace trying to be the angel for somebody. Or maybe we could, but I don't see the purpose in that because I wouldn't have a vested interest in anybody that I don't know. I'll be getting in trouble all the time if I'm an angel for somebody I don't know. God will be like, Derek, why are you still on your phone playing Candy Crush? You're supposed to be watching over such and such and so and so over here. I'll be like, God, but I don't know them. I don't even know what there's. I can't even understand what they're saying, God. I don't speak Arabic. I don't speak Hebrew. I don't speak nothing. I don't know what they're saying, God. How am I supposed to keep up with somebody and I don't even know what they're talking about? I don't even know if they plotting to go do something that they ain't supposed to do, God. So I don't think you become an angel, a guardian angel for people that you don't know. I believe that you become a guardian angel for people that you know. And so at some point, I do believe that we will all become an angel and then guardian angel for someone else. So let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think angels exist? Guardian angels, do you think that they exist? I might change this thumbnail and make it say guardian angels. It just ain't going to say that through this entire video, but I might add guardian in there. But do you think guardian angels exist? And if you do, and you've had an experience that makes you go, damn, I thank God for these guardian angels, let me know about it. Let me know in the comments if you've had an experience where you are fairly sure that you should not have walked away from it, but because someone or some energy was watching over and protecting you, that you were able to get away unscathed. Let me know. Let me know. Well, if you are new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by and checking out Derek Andre TV and Totally Discussed It. If you would like to come back and hang out some more, I'd appreciate that. But the best way to do that is to click that subscribe button and the reminder bell so that you never have to miss another video. All right. And you can leave a comment and a thumbs up if you'd like to, help the channel grow. You know what I mean? You can, talk to these YouTube algorithms and let them know that my channel is a legitimate channel and it is actually working. If you are a returning guest, I just want to say thank you for coming back. I appreciate you. I really do. If you like the video, if you have any comments about angels and guardian angels, please, by all means, leave it in the comments. Man, I try to respond to each and every comment as they come in. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and tell a friend. All right? Tell a friend. I almost wasn't going to do the show today. But I got to do the show every day that I'm off. At least my Mondays and Tuesdays. So I'm glad I did do the show. Sometimes, it's a challenge, because you look down at your YouTube studio and you don't really see nobody in there. So you're like, who am I actually talking to? But maybe, just maybe, my videos will touch someone. And hey, if it does, at least one person, make one person smile, one person happy, I guess I've done my job. All right, y'all. If you want to learn more about me and you're interested in who Derek Andre truly is, be sure to visit my website, derekandre.com. All right, if you'd like to support me in other ways other than just watching videos, you can watch, listen, read, or wear. That means that you can watch more of my videos. You can listen to this podcast or my album. You can read some of my books and PDFs, and you can wear some of the clothing that I designed. So there's that. So there's all these different ways that you can learn about me, support the channel, so that, yeah. That's all I got, y'all. Thanks for tuning in, man. I love y'all. I really do. Be peace, be love, be one. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Thanks for tuning in to Totally Disgusted. Make sure to like, comment, and tell a friend.